That's a hard question. It's a hard question because I've asked my NPs and PAs and they can't answer it either. So I don't know how to say the difference between NP and PA without being offensive, because if anything, I hear like the honest answer from my NPs is that they feel like the PAs are better trained and that they get more clinical training, and that one of my NPs yesterday said her program was a joke and it felt like an extension of her RN program, and that she didn't feel like she got much clinician training at all. So I obviously I'm not going to say that, but they do the same job. Like our PAs and NPs do the same job. So if I get hit with that question, I don't know how to address that without being offensive.
Okay, so let's talk about the training, because I think that's where it stands out probably the most, and it's easy to build, not easy, easier to build off of that idea, right? So you can say, for me, I kind of took a path in healthcare that has led me to the PA profession being a natural choice. I have a really strong biology background. I love the diagnostic aspect. You really want to come at training from that pathology-based foundation, right? So you could start with that and say that really, I'm really inspired by the medical model and I really want to learn from that. In addition, I work with PAs and NPs. I understand the value of both of them and I know what great clinicians they both are. But for me, I feel like I don't have that extensive RN training going into this. And I really feel like the benefit of the PA training for me would be that it's a broader clinical foundation if I don't have the nursing background to draw from. So it's just going to provide you with extra clinical rotations, more extensive, maybe generalist foundation in medicine that you are looking for at this point.
Okay, that was a phenomenal answer, by the way. Okay, so I want to see if I can regurgitate some of that. Yeah. So, sure. So the reason that I think PA would be a better fit for me as opposed to an NP or even an RN is that I really feel like the educational background I've taken has led me on a great path that's more geared towards the PA profession. And while I work with PAs and NPs, I do think they're both phenomenal clinicians. That being said, I don't have the extensive nursing background that RNs have before going into a nurse practitioner program. And so I feel that my work experience and my educational experience is more naturally fit for a PA program, as well as the extensive clinical training that you get through a PA program. I know you get, around 2,000 hours for your program in particular gives 2,000 hours of clinical training, whereas most NP programs are about 500 to 600. So I know for myself that I would like the additional clinical training, and I'm also, my scientific background, I think it piques my interest a little bit more to go more towards the disease model and the medical model and making sure that I have a really great scientific foundation on which to build those clinical skills. So that's more why I would pick the PA pathway as far as educational direction. That being said, I think both professions are great and they play a great role in helping to increase the efficiency of our healthcare in our society.
Beautiful. I loved it.
Thank you, because you just helped a lot with that one. That has been the talk at my clinic for the last 3 weeks, because my coworker's applying as well, and we've been asking everybody, help us with this question. Nobody can do it, so that was great.
Well, I do this a lot, so I think that's smart. It makes sense with your background too. I mean, you have really stellar qualifications in what is neurobiology, right?
Yeah, and I feel like if they, I don't know, do they do this? Do they look at all of my classes? Because I took advanced renal physiology and cardiology and immunology and embryology and endocrinology. I feel like I took a lot of classes that you take in PA school and got A's in them. So I don't know if they see that going into an interview. Is that?
It's probably on the school. Some schools are going to study it more carefully, but I mean, some will definitely pay attention to that. And regardless, when they make that decision, it's going to look amazing. But just the fact that you have neurobiology as a major it's got to be super, super challenging. It sounds super rigorous, and it really aligns with that strong biology core. So I think it makes great sense.
That was a question I had a really hard time with, so I feel so much better that I can tackle that tonight after this. Thank you.